The house was finally quiet. It had been 6 months since my wife Sarah passed away, and tonight was the first night I didn't feel like the walls were closing in on me. I climbed into the bed, the silence of the countryside stretching out through the open window. I was drifting off that heavy, hazy state between awake and asleep when I heard it. I'm so glad you are home. A voice whispered. My heart didn't just beat, it slammed against my ribs. It was Sarah's voice, clear, soft, from the pillow right next to me. I froze. My breath got in my throat. I told myself it was grief. Auditory hallucinations are common, the doctor said. I kept my eyes shut, tight, counting my breath. 1, 2, 3. Then I felt the mattress sink. Someone had just sat down on the edge of the bed. I felt the warmth of a body near my hip. The smell of her perfume, jasmine and rain filled the room. I felt a hand cold as a winter morning slowly stroked my hair. Don't be scared, the voice whispered again. I never really left. I was just waiting for you to invite me back in. I forced myself to open my eyes. The room was bathed in pale moonlight. I looked at the spot on the bed. It was empty. The sheets were flat. There was no one there. I let out a shaky breath, laughed at my own mind. I sat up, reached for the glass of water on my nightstand, and took a long sip. The terror began to recede. I was alone. I was safe. That's when I noticed the condensation on the glass. There was 3 distinct wet fingerprints on the side of the glass where I hadn't touched it. I looked down at my own hand. My fingers were dry. I looked at the floor right there in the dust under the moonlight were 2 wet footprints leading from the closet to the side of my bed. I looked at the closet. The door, which I always kept shut, was cracked open exactly 1 inch. And from the darkness of that crack, I heard a wet, rattling breath. You forgot to check under the bed. But the voice giggled. But the voice didn't come from the closet. It came directly beneath my mattress.